Hello guys, and welcome to the third installment of the gameversation. I'm your host, Matt Jones. Tons and tons of news to talk about today. There's been a lot going on this past week. A lot of announcements and stuff like that. So let's get it started. First of all, as people may know, the first Black Ops from the Call of Duty series is now backwards compatible on Xbox One, and a lot of people have been playing it, and it's really cool to see the first Call of Duty coming back to Xbox, and I was just really excited about that. I like the first Black Ops. I think I like it way better than 2 and 3, truth be told. And it's just really exciting. Second topic I want to talk about is some kind of sad news. It's about Project Spark. It had Conquer in it, and it had a few other things in it, and it looked like it was going to be really good, and unfortunately they canceled the game, so the game's not coming out, and it looked like it had tons and tons of potential. It looked like that it was going to do good, and unfortunately Project Spark is not coming out for some reason. That's very unfortunate. And recent news, Batman, Arkham Asylum, and Arkham City, they're coming to Xbox One, and I think PlayStation also. But I love the first two. I wasn't really too big for Arkham Knight. I like the first two, and I just enjoyed the first two games. I mean, no offense to Knight, but I just preferred the first two over Arkham Knight. And and also coming up this Tuesday, Overwatch is coming out. I am definitely looking forward to that. Overwatch is going to be an amazing game. Going to plan on spending a lot of time playing that game. Put a lot of work into it, and get a really high rank. And should be a great experience. The beta was fun, and I just really want Overwatch to do good as a game, better than Battleborn, because Battleborn, even though I didn't get to play it, there's some kind of bad reviews about it, of course. IGN gave Doom a 7.1 for some reason. I really, in my opinion, no offense to IGN, I just feel like they don't care about the ratings of the games that they rate anymore, and a lot of people think that IGN's being very unfair on how they score games. Some people think they're very biased because they give obvious games like Uncharted 4 high score. And oh, that reminds me, on some website, they gave Uncharted 4 a really bad rating. I mean, a really bad rating. And one of the voiceovers for one of the characters on Uncharted wanted a petition to take that rating down. That just makes no sense. I mean, everyone's opinionated. Everyone's welcome to their own opinion. I mean, not everyone's gonna like the game. Doesn't mean you have to go and do these petitions to get the rating that you guys want for your game. I mean, like, shouldn't have done that. It's making a big deal out of something that's not really that big. I mean, I understand if there was more than one website when to give Uncharted 4 a really bad rating, but there was only one website, and they just really made a big deal out about it, and I think they're just being a baby about it. Yeah, and so I've been playing a lot of Doom lately. It's been a lot of fun. I got to play with a bunch of my friends, like Desert She-Wolf, GKB, Gamers Knows Best. Got to play with Mooch, 1978. I got to play with JCD from 343, actually. I got teamed up with them in a random match against a bunch of my friends. It was a lot of fun last night, playing multiplayer. It was a ton of fun, and hopefully we can do that again. That was a lot of fun. Yeah, and don't forget to check out Console Corner. That's what Desert She-Wolf and Gamer Knows Best podcast is. It's every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Starts at 7 p.m. and usually goes until 8:30. And then there's the TXR podcast with Jeremy Downer, P. Maka, Inferno, Southbound, and my bro Tim Dog and Randall Thor 19. And their podcast is every Sunday, I believe, at 10 p.m. if I'm not mistaken. If I messed that up, I'm sorry. I might want to check up on that before I tell you when the podcast is. I totally respect them. I respect all of them. And it's just a lot of fun watching their podcasts, seeing what they talk about, and every so often they have awesome interviews with important people in the gaming industry, like that Aaron Greenberg on once. They had one of the developers from Remedy Games, who made Quantum Break, an amazing game. If you haven't done it yet, I recommend you guys check that out. And yeah, so I know I've been talking about E3 a lot, but I'm just really excited about it. I know they're going to come out with a bunch of games. Microsoft's going to do amazing as always. I'm still curious on what that secret is. Can't wait to see what the secret is on June 13th. I kind of forget the time when it is, but I know it's a Monday, June 13th. And speaking of E3, I really want to save up my money to go to E3 next year. Because, like my bro Tim Dog said, if you have a chance to go to E3, you should do it at least once in your life. And that is my goal for next year, to go to E3 2017. Might be a lot of money. Probably is. But, you know, I mean, I'll save up and do the best that I can to be able to go to E3, you know? It would be really amazing to be able to go to E3 next year. I just gotta save money. Save a whole bunch of money. I'm not sure how much, but I heard it's like $5,000. So, I mean, I just really enjoy being able to do that. And I'd really love to go to E3 next year, because that would be one on my bucket list. Of course, that would be huge if I was able to go. I would be very excited and be overwhelmed to be able to do that. And that is definitely a goal of mine next year. Next topic I want to talk about is the new home front. The new home front, I haven't got to play it, and people are just saying it's really unbalanced, and it's just getting really bad. Just being really bad ratings. Really bad ratings for it. Glad I saw the review for that before I purchased it, because I usually like to see what people think about video games before I purchase them, because I don't want to purchase a game and it'd be totally horrible, and then you'd be like, well, I wasted $60 on this game, it should have been like $30, you know what I mean? And speaking of which, there's another Dragon Ball Z game coming out. A lot of people are saying that why not make a DLC and add on to the current one, because it pretty much looks the same. That's just me. Yeah. So, yeah, just gotta make sure that you check it again. Always check games before you buy them. And like I said, they're thinking about, a lot of people think that the new Dragon Ball Z game should be DLC added to the current one because it looks the same. But, I mean, developers in the gaming industry want money and want the best game for people, you know. But, I guess it's just the way it works. And, yep. Let's see, what else? Oh yeah, there's a, well, I mean, the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I think it's called Turtles in Manhattan. That game should be amazing. It's really cheap. It's only $49.99. So if you love Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, like I do, oh my god, I love Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles with a passion. If you love Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles like I do, just make sure you purchase it. It's only $49.99. And it'll be worth your money. But, like in my case, I'm probably just gonna buy, Overwatch for right now, because, I don't want to spend too much money at the same time and then be focused on one game and not even try to start the other game, so, don't really want to spend too much money at the same time, but, that's pretty much how it works sometimes, and it sucks when too many good games come out at the same time, because I'm telling you, like when Fallout 4 came out, and then there was Halo 5, and then there was Call of Duty, and there was just too much coming out at the same time, and it was just too much at the same time. It's way too much. And, let's see, we're at the 19-minute mark, so, I have, 11 minutes to talk about, something. Let me think. But yeah, I still need, people to help me out on the, on the podcast, and I think I have, my number one, person that I want to be on my podcast. I will tweet them out to you. I'll tweet out, I will tweet it out to the person, and, yeah, and see what they say, and hopefully, they will, be happy about it. And we'll see what they say. Uh, because I would like more people to be on here instead of me, all by myself, you know? But, yeah. See what happens, and, we'll take it from there. Let's see what else. I have 9 minutes. What I want to talk about is, Doom and its campaign. The campaign so far is amazing. I'm enjoying it. It's very fast-paced. It's kind of hard at sometimes. It really is. Yeah, I mean, it's really easy to get killed, so you gotta be aware of your surroundings, and, yeah, you gotta figure out the easiest way to kill off enemies, or they will destroy you, pretty much. And, let's see what else. Yeah, so, the Kinect hasn't really had any games in a long time. Do I hope they come out with new games? I don't really know, truth be told. I really don't know yet. But we shall find out. When the time comes for that. Let's see what else. Yeah, like I mentioned before, I'm just really excited for E3, as I stated before. I'm sure Microsoft's going to come out with something amazing, as always. PlayStation might come out with something amazing too. I'm definitely assuming that. As for Nintendo, I don't really expect much from them. Only because they're not really showing the NX at E3. At least that's what I know. And it's kind of sad to see that from a really great group of people. I mean, to see Nintendo come to this point, and it's just really bad. Really, really bad. And I just hope that even though I'm a big fan of big fan of Xbox and PlayStation, I hope Nintendo does good too. Cause I mean, before I played any other system, I played Nintendo, the original Nintendo. I even played Super Nintendo. And after that, they really didn't have that much success. I mean, the Sega Dreamcast was alright, and Sega Saturn was pretty decent, but I didn't have the Dreamcast or the Saturn. I only had Nintendo. And I had Sega Genesis. I mean, Sega Genesis was... I wish Sega was still around. Making amazing games, as usual, like my favorite Sega Genesis game of all time is Streets of Rage 2, and I hope they come back out with more Streets of Rage stuff, but it's not look like it's gonna happen anytime soon. But if it does, that would be pretty awesome. But there's definitely a long shot of that happening. I don't see it happening anytime soon. Let's see what else I can talk about. Yeah, so yeah, so yeah, I'm hoping I can find more people, as I said, to co-host this, because even though I got to all the topics that I really wanted to talk about, it's not going to be a long podcast because it's only me, and need to find more people, like ASAP. And I hope I can find some people to help me out with the podcast, because even though I enjoy doing a podcast every Wednesday, I mean, I'm only by myself, and I really hope I can find some people to help me out. If anybody knows about anything about like people wanting to join the gaming podcast and talk about games, please let me know on Twitter. My main account is MatthewJones215 on Twitter. I have a second account, which is TGV_podcast. Yeah, just need more people to help me out with my podcast, that's all. Hope I can find out within next week. That would be really awesome. I'd be really happy if I can find someone. Because that would really make me happy. And then instead of 30 minutes, it could be like an hour and 30 minutes instead of like all these short podcasts. Because it's kind of hard doing a podcast on your own, truth be told. And yeah, just got a message back from him. He said he worried about my PC is a piece of junk. Thanks for the invite, bro. He said time for a new PC. It's all good. No worries, buddy. Yeah. Let's see. One more thing before I go. Let me think. I don't think I can really think of anything else right now. But I definitely appreciate you guys joining my podcast. I appreciate everyone who came in. I've been your host, Matthew Jones, 215, and like I say all the time, if it's not about video games, it's not worth talking about. Alright guys, have a great night. Thanks for your time with me. Alright, see you guys. Peace.